Hi there. Welcome to Real Perspective. I'm Russell Lockhart, and this is
Steve Madden, not the shoe guy.
And so we've got two movies that we're reviewing tonight: Power Ballad,
Power Ballad.
yes, and Backrooms.
And Backrooms.
Backrooms.
Yeah, I thought he said bathrooms. I said, is there a movie called Bathrooms?
There
No,
could
better
be.
not. It could be.
There may
I don't
be,
know.
there may be.
Backrooms. Okay.
Depending on where you go, it's kind of a dirty movie. Ha,
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Okay. All righty. Okay, folks, we're going to show you the trailer. And then what we're going to do is come on back, and then Russell's going to give us his review on today's Power Ballad. Okay, let's look.
Now, they're just starts, okay? But you get the vibe.
Can I make a suggestion? What do you go like, never gonna run if you don't walk, never gonna talk but don't look down. I could tell within 2 minutes of meeting you, you're not just some boy band guy.
And you are too good for that wedding band.
How to write a song without you. Been toying with this one for years.
Yeah, I like that.
Cause every song I ever wrote in my life.
This song changed my life.
It's my song. I wrote it.
Do you think it is easy to turn a song into a hit?
So good.
Yeah.
All righty, so we have Power Ballad. It's
Power
a
Ballad.
musical comedy drama. Okay, I'm
Absolutely.
going to take it from there.
No, it's a dramedy. So it's got a little bit of comedy in there.
Okay.
But it's more of a drama.
All righty.
Power Ballad is about singer-songwriter, kind of a washed-up songwriter who is now a wedding singer in Ireland because he settled in there to get married and have a child.
Okay.
So this is Rick, who is played by Paul Rudd.
Paul
Ant-Man.
Rudd.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah. So he does wedding singing and does that. Well, he's at a wedding at one point, and the bride asked him to bring up an old friend of theirs, who is Danny, played by Nick Jonas, man, of the Jonas
Hey, the
Brothers.
Jonas Brothers.
And
Okay.
he was once a boy band, part of a boy band, and now he's trying to make it on his own.
Okay.
Very big acting stretch for that. No, but seriously, actually does a great job in this movie.
Okay.
So he gets up there, they sing a few songs, and they have a connection. So afterwards, Rick is walking down the premise and just kind of taking a little stroll. And Danny sees him, so he calls him over there, and they start talking about music. He shows him his recording studio they have right there, and they kind of spend the evening getting stoned and drinking. So there's drinking and drug use,
Okay.
and start to kind of Danny's playing his songs to Rick, Rick's playing his songs to Danny, and so forth.
All right.
And a couple of days later, after they finish this night of debauchery of drinking and songwriting, Danny, Nick Jonas, wakes up and he's got this idea for a song. So he writes it and he plays, he contacts his manager and they record it.
Okay.
It turns out to be Rick's song. And so, everything from there goes from there to ensue on the drama part and sometimes comedy.
Okay.
So it's basically he rips off
he rips off his song.
Rick's song.
Yes.
So that's and I'll tell you, for people like I am, a songwriter, that's a thing that makes this a horror movie sometimes. We fear things like that. I mean, you go out there and you're gigging or busking or whatever. Busking is another word for getting out there on the street and playing your stuff for people.
Yes.
You're gigging, you're doing this stuff around town, and you're pouring your heart and soul out, and then someone could take it, and you never know. So that's why, if you're a singer-songwriter, if you're a songwriter, protect your stuff.
Protect it. It's called copyright.
Yeah, copyright it.
Yeah.
So that's this movie.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. I don't want to go into too much after
No,
that.
I'll go
It's
give
such
them
a
all
great
plot.
movie. Yeah. So it's a good movie. It's again, as a songwriter, it's kind of a little bit of a, oh man, I don't want that to happen type of thing. But Paul Rudd, who is normally a comedy actor, he's a great comedy actor. I think he's awesome. he does a great job in here.
Okay.
Going a little bit of comedy, but then the drama, he's really good in that. Nick Jonas really surprised me. He's a good actor. He
Okay.
really is a good actor.
Good.
I really liked him in this. You like him, you hate him, all at the same time. And so one of the things about this movie, it is rated R.
Okay.
It's rated R
so
for
you
language. Language throughout the
boy.
movie. And then
Okay.
the drug use. Drug use is, is just smoking pot. So that's basically, I know that sounds weird that I'm going just.
Smoking the dude.
But they're smoking.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
And they're drinking a lot. So there's a lot of that, but mostly for language for the rated R.
Okay. Alrighty. And was there any females in this movie?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lady that plays his wife. I don't remember her name, and his
Okay.
daughter. His daughter is both female. With his daughter and his wife are both female.
Okay.
But it was a lot of men in it. The record label guy, his manager, all of that stuff. So yeah, there's some females in it, but they're kind of not the major parts. The major two roles are Paul and Nick.
Okay.
Those are the ones that, I mean, you got a lot of people in there, but those are the two main heart and soul of the actors that are in there.
Okay. And now I see that they produce this in Dublin,
In Dublin, yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the whole thing is that he settled in Ireland because he's got married and had a kid
Okay.
and fell in love. So he's in Ireland. He stayed in Ireland.
Okay.
But to make money, he does the wedding singing stuff.
He's a wedding singer.
Yeah, wedding singer.
Alrighty. I'm seeing what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a soundtrack, my friend.
Yeah,
A lot of songs, so this had a lot of music.
a lot of
flavor in
music
it.
playing in it. Yeah,
Anything
absolutely.
good?
Oh yeah, a lot of the songs are great. This ballad that they do is awesome. It's just really cool.
Anything
So they do-
original? I'm seeing the boys are back in town this month.
No, see, that's the stuff that they play at the wedding.
Man
That's one of the
Eater.
main things.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are that. But then they do have the original stuff and everything. And there's actually some connection to the director who. There's a guy at one point in the movie that's busking, like I said, playing out on the street for money, and then
Mhm.
guitar open and stuff like that. That's called busking. So that is for you guys that don't know that. Now you've learned something for that. For
Yeah.
those who knew that, you're going, of course we knew that, dude.
Okay.
So that's busking, and they show one guy there, and he's singing a song that's connected to the director and another songwriter. But that's all trivia stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a fun movie. It's very entertaining, very good.
Mhm.
I found myself thinking during the movie is what would the world would I do in that situation? What would I do if someone was playing my song and put it out as a hit, and I'm not getting
Put it out, and you're not getting the flavor. Yeah, that's true, and you got to watch that especially these day and age, with the internet and stuff. And I'm sure
Absolutely.
that this is a big issue amongst the musicians today.
Yeah.
With the internet, you got YouTube, you got all the people playing music and all of that.
But you got to protect. That's the big
Absolutely,
thing. So,
absolutely, because what you don't want to do is to wake up one day and you should have received thousands of dollars and guess
And
what?
now- Yep.
Okay, so let's take a look at the movie, kind of give it the flavors. Was there any agenda flow, any political or
No.
any of that mess?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
It was all the only political stuff in there was about the record industry.
Okay.
And how little bit corrupt they are.
Mhm.
More of like the manager going, okay, does he have proof? Well, they're not going to worry about it. We're going to ignore it.
So he's like,
So they-
okay, as
they
long
did
as
that.
they can't prove it, we're
Yeah.
we're not in trouble.
Yeah.
They get away with what they're going to get away
Yeah.
with.
They see the dollar signs, and that's
yeah.
what they go for. So that's the only political or agenda. I wouldn't say agenda, but political thing that was discussed in the movie was how the record business could be.
Do you get an education about the music industry?
A little bit, not terribly, but you get a little bit of insight of what happens behind the scenes and what they might say. If it's, I don't want to call the record labels corrupt. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying that there are people out there that are corrupt, not the industry. So I think that one of the things is that they just show you how it could be if the wrong person's in charge.
If the wrong person gets in
manager or
charge.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then you did mention how much it was. A lot of cussing, a lot of F.
There's a lot of there's cuss words all the way through it. I mean, he's mad and he's
blah blah blah
throwing
blah.
fists of cuss and and cussing. So yeah, there's some cuss and major cuss words. So I mean,
Okay.
it runs
So
the gamut.
it's not for the kids to be
Yeah.
sitting down and
No.
listening to all of that mess.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and nudity, sex.
None of that. It all concentrates more on
Concentrates just on the industry and what's
industry
going
and
on
the
there.
singer-songwriter aspect. So yeah, no nudity, no sex.
Okay.
No.
Was it a downer? Was it a?
And, it's one of those. I don't want to spoil anything. It kind of has its ups and downs through there.
Okay.
So it does have its ups because it's funny. Seriously, the first quarter of the movie is really funny at points with Nick and Paul in the studio that they're doing, the little recording studio that he has in the house. It's kind of funny there. And
Okay.
it's got the funny parts, it's got the high parts, but then it's got I didn't mean that as a pun, but it was.
Yeah, I get it.
But then it's got the downer parts whenever, as a songwriter, you're thinking, because he's going through the same thing that we would be going through is, that's my song. Why is this going on? And I need to get a hold of him, and I need to do this, and I need that. So it's got the drama there. So it starts off a little bit of comedy and a little bit of drama, but the comedy, and then it excels to the drama. And there's highs and lows in it. I'm not going to give away anything.
No, don't give any plot away.
But no, it's a great movie. It really does keep your attention the entire movie.
Good.
And it keeps you going on that.
I see on the soundtrack I had that some of the songs are Paul Rudd actually sang.
Yeah, he did.
So
he did.
how is he? How is he a good singer?
He sings good.
Okay.
I like his voice. I do like his voice.
And he can shrink to this size. No, I'm kidding. So, okay. All righty. Well, good. And so let's get on to the meat, the reels.
Out of 10, 7.5.
7.5 out of 10 on here. So anything over a 5, I'm thinking at least over a 5, that you're recommending we go see.
Absolutely. I do recommend this. I think that not only, so Paul Rudd fans, you'll love it.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Jonas fans, you'll love it. Songwriters, singer-songwriters, you'll love it. I think that it's just such a really great, well put together movie. And in these days of where your stuff is out there all over the place, what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's such a good movie. I thought I was very enjoyed the movie very much, and I think a lot of people will too. It's a fun movie.
Excellent. 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10, yes, sir.
All right. So we have our review there. So now we're going to move to the bathroom. I mean, we're going to go to Backrooms. Backrooms. All righty. And okay, well, let's see. Backrooms. I will just say this. It says it's a science fiction psychological horror film. That's a lot of thing to say. That's a lot of okay. Anyway, we're going to show you the trailer to this one. So pay attention to the trailer. It must be really good psychological horror. And if you are in charge of your senses by the time you're done, come on back. We're going to talk about it. Here we go.
I found something in the store.
Okay. What did you find?
The place. I found a place.
Hello?
आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं।
Anyone there?
Look, I know how this sounds, but you gotta understand, it's massive in there.
I'm not saying I don't believe you.
Okay, I'm gonna come back here with proof.
All right, you feel me?
Yes. Follow my lead.
Clark, what is this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've been here every night since I found the place, and I still barely scratched the surface. All right, just take it slow. Oh my God. Pull me up, pull me up, pull me up!
What do you see?
All these rooms. This place builds them. It's like a maze. It just goes on and on. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get lost.
Clark, can you hear me?
I don't understand. What is this? this.
It's beautiful. Am I right?
Hello?
Okay, back rooms.
Back rooms.
Not bathroom, back rooms.
So this is a pretty creepy movie. Now, before we start the review of the movie, I'm going to give a little bit of insight to the origin of this. So back in 2019, there's apparently a site called 4chan, CHAN, and this guy had posted a picture of an office that it was like yellow tint and really yucky looking, and it just looked really old and looked like it could be moldy and musty and stuff like that. He asked people to just add their comments of creepiness. And this one guy had posted on there at one point that if you, and I don't remember the whole thing, it's a long quote, but if you go back in these back rooms and you could lose yourself in all the labyrinth type of stuff, and he's basically saying you could lose yourself and if you hear voices, because they hear you, then you might be in trouble. So it's kind of a creepy kind of vibe there.
Like
so,
under the staircase. Right?
Yeah. So director Kane Parsons, 24 years old, youngest director now. I'm telling you right now, doing the thing. He did this by himself. He directed this. He took that little idea and created the Backrooms. Now, Backrooms, it starts with Clark. Now, Clark, played by, and I'm hoping I don't butcher this name, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Ejiofor. This dude was in a lot of.
Yes, he was.
Stuff.
Yes, he was. He owns a store that's a furniture store, a big furniture store. And he's trying to make this work, and every day he's like, all the electricity's starting to go out, having problems with electricity. He's really frustrated. And then you see a shot of him going to see a psychiatrist, and his psychiatrist is played by Renate Reinsve.
Okay.
She plays me, that's Mary. So he sees a psychiatrist. You learn there that, his wife had left him.
Okay.
And so it goes into that little bit, and then they go pop back into the store, and he's just trying to really freaked out about this. He makes a commercial with a couple of his coworkers or his employees, and they leave, and he's trying to figure out the electricity, and he sees back in the back something flashing, like there was another room back there. So we go back to trying to figure out where he saw that, and as he's feeling around the wall, his hands go through a wall.
Ooh, it's a portal.
He goes in there, and it's just room after room after room after room, and it's so weird, so freaky. Some rooms have like half chairs hanging off all the side of the walls. Some of them have like these shoes that were like on the floor, but they're glued in, like really kind of like halfway in and halfway out. Weird stuff. Furniture piled up there. So he just kind of starts exploring this, and he gets into this really weird space where he's trying to figure this out. So then you see him talking to a psychiatrist. He tells her what he sees. She says, "You're an idiot," basically, not that kind of terms. He said, "I'm going to prove it to you." So he grabs his coworker, his employees, and they take a trek in there to record everything, and the movie goes from there. But it's all about these weird back rooms that you can get lost in. That's very creepy. And it's just so creepy through the movie. And I would say, just seeing the trailers, they were not as creepy. They just show these floor after, like this, they're going down these different floors, and you see these different kind of rooms. But it does the movie is really creepy through there.
Oh, wow.
All the way through there. It holds your attention. It gets you on the edge of your seat. Sometimes it gets a little bit slow, but I think that the way that Kane does the directing here, you don't get bored. Okay. You might have a moment of that, but it pops it out right away. And so you're drawn into these rooms like he was. And it's just such a great movie that it's just one of those psychological movies that just really grabs you. And there's a lot of stuff happening in there as the movie progresses that's really neat. And the movie leaves you with almost as many questions as you do answers, has answers.
Okay.
So, and there's a lot of people discussing what did the ending mean, and what does this, what does that. Then I found out also as well, if you've seen it already, or if when you see it, you'll wonder, but they've already said they're going to make a number 2 movie. So
wow. Okay.
But it leaves you with a lot of questions. But they do really well on, if you just kind of follow what the conversations were with the psychiatrist, and then what they see in there, then you're going to catch on to what it really means. And that's kind of cool. One of my absolute favorite things about this movie is one of my favorite independent actors named actor and director Mark Duplass is in there. I love him. Him and his brother, Duplass brothers, they make some great movies out there, and I've seen them at South by Southwest several times, and where they're kind of showing us their mind and their weirdness, and they are such a cool group of cool guys that their stuff always has an edge to it. And this is now he's not a director in this one. He actually, someone had said, I read that people were going, oh, Mark did the directing, Kane didn't rather. And he came back out and he said, no. Kane did all the directing. Make no mistake, he's the director in this.
Wow.
So this is a great movie. It's creepy, it's fun, it's scary, it's so cool of a movie. And just kind of a side note, we had done a movie a while back, a review of Exit 8. It's a Japanese movie.
That one, Exit 8. Yeah.
What I didn't realize until this and doing research on this is Exit 8 is actually a culmination, like an idea that came from Backrooms.
Oh wow.
Origin. So that's kind of cool, and that makes sense the way they did Exit 8, where he just kept going and getting lost in the rooms and kept having to do that. And this one, no different. It's just so cool. The visuals are great. They play on the lighting, and that's one of the things I love about cinematography here. They play on the lighting to scare the heck out of you. So it's like the lighting, and you see things in a very dark cove, but you see the light coming and you see something in there, but you're not sure if you see it. There's a lot of stuff to see here, a lot of stuff to take in as you watch this movie. So it's really cool. It's a cool movie.
Cool movie.
Yeah. It is.
Okay. Go ahead.
I say it is rated R.
R. Oh,
mostly language.
Language.
Okay, and then violence and bloody images. Not like terribly much, but there are stuff that's in there that is that. So, but mostly it's for the language.
Now I see. Okay, I'm going to throw out some names here because it said it received some inspiration from things for this movie. Yeah. One of the things was there's a Portal video games franchise.
Yeah.
Portal.
Yeah. Okay,
so you got your Portals, right? Okay, and then the television series Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
That was messed up. Not messed up. I mean, it was just odd.
It was very odd. Very odd.
Yeah, and also they incite the movie 1 Hour Photo, and if we remember, the late Robin Williams starred in that one.
Great movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and then to bring that creepiness in, you got portals going on here. Was there a lot of gore?
Not a lot. There's a couple of spots where you see the blood, you see stuff like that. Nothing like chopping somebody's head off or doing all that.
Okay,
You're not seeing that. But there is a little bit of bloody images, and there's a couple of a little bit of violence there. There's not like not a ton, and not over the top.
Okay. So you don't want the kids to come to.
No, it's rated R, man.
Yeah, no.
Kids.
Oh my goodness!
But it is one of those. If you like the psychological horror that makes you think, this is for you, and I recommend this. It's really a good movie. If you don't like psychological horror, and you just more like the slashers and stuff like that, probably not for you. But if you do like horror movies in any way, give it a try. Give it a try. What do you have to lose?
Give it a try.
Yeah.
All righty. But be prepared for the language and stuff.
Yeah, the
like
language
that.
is there. It's
Yeah.
definitely language.
Okay. Okay, this is A24.
Yes, it
They
is.
actually came out with a hit.
They've got a lot of them.
All right.
Now, I like A24 a lot. They have more hits than they do, as I consider flops. There's only been like 2, maybe 3 A24 movies that I'm going, I don't like.
Okay.
Most of them, even if I don't like it that much, I still like the movie. There may be something that bugs me about it, but I've only have about 2 or 3 that I'm going, I absolutely did not like it, and I gave them low scores.
Well, Steve is over here looking at the box office figures on this thing. Yeah. And my friends, yeah, this is a hit. Okay. This is probably something, I mean, understand about the talk, understand about the language,
Yeah.
but it's probably something that if you really like this kind of genre, you ought to go see it.
Yeah. I agree.
And, but I'm going to let Russell give his. Okay, so I'm going to run down the questions here.
Yeah.
Any agenda or anything?
No, it's just
point
freaky and trying to just.
Yes.
I think it's just more of trying to do a story from that the 4chan blog that they did, and I think they saw a story in that, and it says Duplass, and I know Duplass doesn't get involved in anything that's like political. He wants to creep you out, and this definitely did, and he's like I said, he's just the actor in it, but I think he's involved in this because of that.
It's really good to see that some of these directors and these actors getting involved. They want to entertain.
Yeah.
They want to bring that wonder back to the movie house, where
And,
the
yeah.
awe, the adventure, the comedy, the horror.
Yeah.
You know,
And
the
Duplass,
weirdos.
Duplass Brothers have always been about creeping you out,
Creepiness.
creeping us. I mean, like one
You
of my
have-
favorite is
go
a
ahead.
movie called Creep.
Creep.
It's such a cool movie. If you haven't seen Creep, I know I reviewed it many years ago, but go see Creep. Or rent it or find it on streaming. Mark Duplass, and Creep, and that is such a cool movie. I can't even tell you how much I love that one. But yeah, I like the Duplass brothers just because they they like horror. They're old school, loving the horror that we grew up on in the 80s and stuff like that, the 70s, the 80s, just horror. And so they're willing to bring you that.
Okay.
So I always like that about them.
Yeah, they want to be master of their craft, which
Yeah.
is good.
So the
Okay.
long answer to what should have been a short answer is
Okay.
no agenda.
No agenda. That's good to hear. What about sex and nudity?
No.
No. Okay, so you don't have to, but
Because it's purely going into the horror.
into the horror club.
Yeah,
I will have to say, like, you know, they incite names like Mr. Robot. I think we watched all the way to the end. And it had you.
Yeah.
I mean, it really had you involved in it. And it's good to see that you can watch something that's going to actually involve you and to keep your attention like that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and we already talked about the language. We already talked about the horror flavor,
Yeah.
and, you know, and all that gore. All righty, let's get on to those reels.
Out of 10, 7.3. I mean, we got two. high
He's
ones
back
this
with
time.
his
I'm telling
7.3. I mean, he got his little scale.
I've got an abacus, and I'm going back and forth.
Okay, so he has it. Yeah.
I've got a way to do it, but 7.3.
7.3. So it is a recommended movie.
Yeah.
And that the name I was Chiwetel. I think it's Chiwetel.
I think it's Chiwetel. But I know it's-
Angiofor.
I know it's AGO4.
And I wish my internet would be a little bit better because he has been in a lot of
He has
good
been.
movies. He's
Yeah.
a great actor. And I see that they passed on Kristen Milioti on this movie. That was the one, she was the, oh goodness, there was a TV series about How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
She was in that.
Yeah.
She's been in other stuff too. She's really good. But at the same time, she did not make the cut on this one. But actually, you have some great actors here, great actresses, and you said 7.3 on
7.3.
on the scale, the
Yeah.
reels.
Yeah.
Oh, so that is fantastic.
I do recommend it, man.
So you got a couple of them that are being recommended here. All righty, let's go ahead and tonight and let's review today's movies. The first one is
Power Ballad.
Power Ballad.
Fun but worrisome movie about a guy getting his song stolen, which is what we fear in songwriting.
The
business.
music industry,
Yeah.
so you gotta delve in.
But it's a good movie. Both Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas do a great job. So 7.5.
7.5 for that one. Okay, and Backrooms.
Backrooms will creep you out. It's a great psychological horror movie, and it's 7.3.
7.3. So both of them are recommended to go. The second one is already it's releasing all over, and it's already hit. It's brilliant. Anyway, well, Russell, thank you so much for those reviews today.
Thank you.
And folks, thank you for tuning in to Real Perspective. We're going to be back later with more movies, and we're wrapping up because I think you're back at it again tonight.
We
got more movies.
We got Supergirl coming up in a couple
Yes,
weeks.
and we're getting into the summer months, aren't we?
Summer
now?
months, yeah.
And you're going to have a lot of flavor coming out here. So make sure that you tune into Real Perspective, because what we want to do is we want to give you an idea on the movies to see if you really want to make a decision to go see that. And it's exciting stuff. But anyway, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. And okay, and until next time, keep the popcorn popping.
And the sodas are flowing.
And we'll see you next time on Real Perspective.